guys, today I'm going to be doing a dance makeup tutorial. I know a lot of you moms are watching right now and you may be lost on how to do your kids' makeup, like completely lost, but it's okay because I'm gonna help you. Miss Jo has made me do the video this year. I know last year, if y'all remember, she had like another group of girls do it, but I'm gonna be doing it this year. And I'm Maria, if you didn't know me from the studio. So let's just get to it. So I just want to make a disclaimer that everything I do on my face, there's many ways that you can do makeup, many different ways, and this is just the way I do it, so just know that. But I am going to go into a tutorial and show you step by step of how I do it. First, I go into primer, and you want your kid's face to be clean and a fresh face, so that way like the makeup lasts all through the day. And you know, even like when they dance, they're gonna be sweating and it's a long day, so make sure you do that. I do not have that going on. I actually came back from dance and it is 8 o'clock at night, so I'm not doing that right now. I'm just using a Smashbox primer. You can use whatever. Also, I have a mirror right here, so if like it looks weird that I'm looking to the side, that's why. And I have a mirror right here. So multiple ways I'm gonna be looking. Now personally, I start with eyes. I know a lot of people do their face first. I do primer and then my eyes, that way I can have it like soak in my skin, because if you think about it, a lot of eyeshadow like falls off, and so if you need to, you can like take a makeup wipe and take it off before you even have like your foundation on, and that'll mess up like everything. That's just how my process goes. It's how my brain works. But you can just switch it the other way around if it makes more sense to you. I start off with my eyebrows. I know a lot of you have younger kids, so usually you can just use powder, like any powder, and an angled brush, and just like fill in your daughter's eyebrows. For you older kids, I would recommend using a brow pencil. It helps me a lot, so whichever is your preference, you can do that. I am just going to be brushing them in and filling in my eyebrows. After I've used the brow pencil and I've filled them in, I like to touch it up with powder as well, so I'm taking an angled brush and doing that. After that, I conceal my eyebrows, and it really helps to clean up the shape of them, and it makes them look a lot better. I'm taking like a small brush and my concealer. I just go under the bottom and I go on the top. After you've done that, you could just take a beauty blender and blend it out. Please make sure it is clean. Mine is not, so don't follow me. Then afterwards, I just take a clear brow gel and I set them in place. Okay, so I am back with doing the eyes. This is how it'll turn out, and I zoomed you in so you can see. I start off with priming my eyes. You can use an eyeshadow primer. I just use concealer and then blend it in. The first color you're going to use is any neutral skin tone color. I am using the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette. The closest that you'll get, like drugstore wise, I recommend getting the e.l.f. eyeshadow Beautiful Browns one and the Tangerine Taupe. I'm going to be taking a light brown or like a tan type of color, and it's going to be the transition shade, and I just put it in my crease. I take a fluffy brush as well, any big fluffy brush. Once it looks like this, I am going to take a medium shade brown and a slimmer brush, one that isn't as fluffy, and I'm just going to concentrate this more on like my eye socket not so much blending it as much. This is more precise. After that, I'm going to be taking a more compact brush and a dark brown. You first want to pack it on the inner V. So you're making like a 7. It's gonna go like this and there. This is a dark brown. I promise this is not a black because Miss Jo does not want so much black on her eyes. And I'm just going to be blending that in. I'll also go ahead back in with the medium brown, blending it again. I kind of do this in rotation, going back and forth with the V. When I like how I have it, I will go back into the transition colors, which were the lighter tanner browns, and blend it again. Now for the glitter part, Miss Jo does have this type of glue. It's from Sally's. It's called Gel Adhesive for Glitter. I use NYX glitter primer. Works just the same. But first, I take concealer in a small brush. On halfway of my eye, I'll just tap it on, and if you look up, and it's gonna make a point and spread. So you take that and you bring it down, and you just pat it all the way towards the end of your eye. And this is going to make a base for where the glitter is going to be. Afterwards, I go into the glitter primer. I just take it on my finger. Miss Jo also has little glitters, and it's just a silver pot of glitter. It's also from Sally's, and it says sparkle effects on it. Usually I'll just tap it in the little cap and take a flat brush, a flat paddle brush, and dip it inside to then pat on my eye. Just like so. After this, I also go back into the medium brown and the transition colors just to make sure it's blended and looks right. Next, I go into eyeliner. You can use any kind. I use Kat Von D. Once you've lined your eyes, you can go into mascara. You can curl your daughter's eyelashes. I don't curl mine just because I don't have the need to, but I would recommend it. Also, I'm going to be using falsies. For me, it makes the eyeshadow look much better, but it's not mandatory. I use Ardell Wispies. So I'm just going to be putting eyelash glue on them, and you're just going to wave it and wait for the glue to get tacky before you put it on your eye. One tip that's helped me, take a tiny mirror, hold it right under my eye, I look down, and then I put it on. It helps to secure it on your eye better. Some people, it helps to use a tweezer as well, but I just use my fingers. This is probably the hardest part to do, so if you need help, you can ask me. For highlighting, I just take a shimmery color. The highlight that we're going to use on her face, you can use that as well. So I'm just taking on a small brush and going on the inner corners, I tap that, as well as on the brow bone. So now I zoomed you out and we're going to be going on the face. So I'm going in with foundation. Any foundation that you use is fine. Just please have it match your daughter. Please have it at the right skin tone. Otherwise it's just not going to look right. So I'm putting it on my face. And then going back in with the Beauty Blender. Please blend it down the neck too. Now I'm going to be going in with concealer. And you're just going to put this basically everywhere in your T-zone. So under your eyes, nose, chin, and forehead. I like to use Maybelline Fit Me concealer, but today I'm going to be using a different one. And then you can blend it out. I'm going to be taking a translucent powder. You can use that or a compact powder, but I use both. So first I'm just going to take my translucent powder and a brush. I'm just setting everywhere I put the concealer. Afterwards, I like to take a compact powder. This one's by MAC, but you can use whatever one. And I like to set the rest of my face. Now it's time for a bronzer. This is my favorite one from the drugstore. It's the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. A lot of people don't know the difference between bronzer and contour. So bronzer is used to just like sun kiss your face, and then contour is used to chisel out your face shape. So first I'm going in with bronzer, and you want to use a fluffy brush for this. And you go on your temples, on your cheekbones, as well as your nose and your jaw. I like to bring it down my neck too. Afterwards, I go in with contour. I also use Too Faced. It's their Chocolate Soleil bronzer. Take a more defined brush and the same on the temples. Next, I like to go in with blush. Now you want the brightest blush you can get. I use this one by Tarte, and it's the shade Fearless. Because Miss Jo will come for you if you do not have enough blush. Especially for dance competitions on stage, it's hard to see. Next, I go in with highlighter. I use Tarte Exposed Highlight. And I put it on my cheekbones and my nose and my cupid's bow. Now we still have to do the under eyes, and I'm going to zoom you in for that, because we didn't finish. So first off, I start with an angled brush, and I take the dark brown, and I go ahead and I line it on the waterline. If you have younger kids, this may not be necessary if it is too much of a hassle, but it does make the eyes more dramatic. Then I'm going in with a small brush with the medium brown that we used earlier, and just shading under my eye. And then next, we're just going to go in with mascara. And we're going in with lips. Now I highly recommend you get lip sense. It's not mandatory that you get it, but I will say it lasts so much longer. Now you just want to do one layer before you do the second one, and you're going to have it dry. After that, now you just want to take the clear gloss and put it on. Like, that is so pretty. And lastly, I use makeup setting spray. This is optional, you don't need to, but it does help to last the rest of the day. And now you are finished. Well, I hope you don't have too much trouble following this. You can always ask me for help. I know dance competitions are stressful, but there's always people around to help you. Don't forget to subscribe and give it a like if you want to. And I will see you in my next video. Peace. it called?